Just thought I'd do another, hopefully quick video. Just wanted to let you know that there's a way that you can lease a vehicle, like brand new, or at least, you know, a few months old, or up to a year old, I don't know, whatever. But there's a way that you can lease a vehicle even if you have bad credit, um, you know, SR22, whatever that is on your license, whatever. As long as you have a driver's license, you can still lease a vehicle. Doesn't matter if you have bad credit. And here's the thing. You can lease a vehicle with unlimited miles. Now, a lot of times people may ask, or they wonder, well, why do I want to lease a vehicle when I can buy a car? Well, here's the thing. Most times people have no problem renting their house or apartment, but it always comes down to being a big thing when um, leasing a vehicle versus buying a vehicle. Well, the thing is, a lot of times, I know with me, I get tired of driving the same car year after year after year. But then people say, yeah, but at least within a few years your car will be paid off. Well, yeah, that's true too, but during that time when you buy a vehicle, whether it be brand new or used, if you have an extended warranty or whatever, after a certain amount of time that runs out, it doesn't cover everything. And I don't know, I just get tired of driving the same cars. I've tried it year after year after year, and even with having the feeling of, yeah, I no longer have a car payment. Year after year your car gets old, and it's costly depending on what goes wrong with it, when you purchase a vehicle. So then, sometimes, people wonder, or like me, I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, let's see, my car payment is X amount of dollars, my car insurance is X amount of dollars, gas, that's another expense. When I added all of that up for what I was paying when I was buying my car, I realized that it cost me about the same or even a little less to lease a vehicle, now get this, from a regular car rental place. Not like a regular lease company where you have to still put a down payment down, regardless of if you have good or bad credit. They still want a certain amount down. I don't know, like you see on the commercials on TV where they try to dupe you and say, oh yeah, only 2,000 down for a Cadillac, blah 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 blah, and $400 a month. I used to look at those commercials and be like, man, who's going to pay $400 a month, for the lease? And here's the thing, for when you lease, I believe, now I could be wrong because I'm not certain of this, but you're still responsible for your own car insurance as far as I'm concerned. So that's $400 from a regular leasing company on top of your car insurance, which could vary between $100 and $300 plus, I guess, if you have certain issues going on with your license, which I have heard of people paying a large amount for car insurance, which is unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, so when you factor in the cost of what they tell you on TV, oh yeah, 2,000 down, $400 a month, well, that's for top-notch A1 squeaky clean credit. So they're just telling you those figures to get you in the door. So more than likely it's going to be more per month or more as a down payment. And on top of that, you have a certain number of miles that you can't go over every year. Because I had a friend that used to lease a car, and she almost like drove it nowhere. I don't know how many miles they gave her per year, but anyway, yeah, as I was saying, just go to your regular car rental places, Enterprise, Hertz, Avis, Budget, and you can work out the numbers yourself. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments about, oh, that's crap, and oh no, you're going to pay more, this, that, the other. It's okay. I don't mind your comments. Just do your research first before, you talk bad about it. Anyway, so yeah, one of those car rental companies. Now, here's the thing. There's not many major large car rental companies. The ones that I named, I mean, there's a lot of car rental companies, but for your immediate area, more than likely you'll find an Enterprise not far away from a Budget, a Hertz, Avis, whatever. And they're all competing, those few are competing for your business. So what you do is, and this is with anything, everything is up for negotiation. You walk into an enterprise and don't do any of the reservation and the, oh yeah, we come to pick you up stuff. Don't do any of that stuff online. Just go into an enterprise and say, yeah, I want to rent a car for X amount of days, weeks, or for a month or whatever. Before you go in, though, do go online and just get a quote just to see, what the range is gonna be or whatever. But don't, put up any money or reservations or whatever. Just go into the place and, go into Enterprise and let them know, yeah, yeah, I need to rent a car for X amount of days, weeks, month, or whatever. And I'm trying to see, what's the best deal you guys can give me. And then they'll be like, oh, we can give you the weekend special and blah blah blah. So be like, because this is what I did. I was like, oh, the weekend special. I was like, what about military discount? Even if you're not military, you just gotta mess with their mind. What about military discount? What about AAA discount? Because in my case, I know someone that is related to the military or whatever, family member, so I was throwing everything out there. I was like, what about Sam's Club discount? I have a business, Sam's Club membership, military discount. I was like, I have rental coverage in my car insurance policy. Yeah, what can you do for me? So, they'll type away at their keyboard and they're like, well, they're going to give you some sort of rebuttal because they're in the business to make money. However, they do not want you to leave that door without renting from them because they know you're going to go to the other one of the very few in the area and rent from them if you don't like what their price is. So you got to put it in their mind that, hey, you're not the only company here and I will take my business elsewhere. So after I went down the whole list of everything in the world I could think of, they're like, well, okay, here's what we can do for you. We can give you the weekend rate as well as
it is 10.
We can give you the weekend rate as well as not charge you additional fees for insurance. Now during this time when he's clicking and typing on the computer, I'm already at this time, I had grabbed one of his cards off the counter. Sorry about me shaking the video. I grabbed one of his cards and I was already on my insurance company website from my smartphone, and I was having my insurance policy documents be faxed to this office that I was at because I want to let them know, hey, I'm serious about renting. I'm not just, I don't want to just jump around and get the best quote. So as he's typing and clicking and letting me know, yeah, we can give you the weekend rate and yeah, we can knock off the extra fees for the insurance, the fax machine is making noise. So he looks and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, that's my insurance paperwork. What I had did was, before I went into Enterprise, I did not have the rental reimbursement coverage or whatever. But as I was on the phone, as he's on the computer, I went on my phone and I added that to my policy. And then most insurance companies have it where you can have your documentation faxed to whatever number, and they'll do it. It's all immediate. So when I grabbed his business card, got the fax number, had it sent directly to him. So I'm like, yeah, and by the way, my insurance information is coming through on the fax. So he was like, oh, really? Yeah. I was like, yeah. So he looks at it and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you do have rental coverage. So that not only proves that I'm serious, I'm not going to run off with your car. My address matched the address on my insurance paperwork and, all that stuff. Because you got to remember, these car rental companies, they have, they put a lot of money up front for the inventory for the cars. Yeah, they're covered by insurance, but still, they have a lot to risk, to lose, renting their vehicle out. So anyway, I'm trying to make them feel more comfortable with giving me a good rate and even putting it in their mind that I may be back, if everything goes well. So during this time, he's like, yeah, and I can't remember the exact numbers. I just know it was a good deal, and it ended up being less than what it came out to for me when I was paying for a vehicle and the insurance on top of that and blah, blah, blah. See, when you buy a vehicle, you have to have full coverage insurance, and then you may have gap insurance and, all that fancy stuff. So, and your insurance quote depends on there's so many variables, your city, state, zip code, how many drivers and how many drivers under 18. There's just so many variables to make your insurance rate go up and down. However, with the car rental companies, oh yeah, and your driving record too. But with the car rental companies, as long as you have a picture, a hard copy of your driver's license, they're going to rent a car to you. Make sure it's valid, that the date is, still in the future. They're going to rent you a car. They're not going to increase your insurance rate by $800 a year because of, something that they make up. And in my case, he waived the insurance fee altogether. So I ended up paying per day was I think $20 a day it ended up being, and no additional no additional car insurance bill. Brand new car, so therefore I'm not consuming a lot of gas and dirt and grime built up in the fuel pump, which kind of decreases your gas mileage, all that stuff that happens and comes with used cars. So I'm getting good gas mileage. Well, that depends on the vehicle as well. So anyway, yeah, this is a way that you can lease a vehicle, unlimited miles, mind you, with Enterprise, and I'm sure all the other companies. I have run it with a few of the other ones. Yeah, a few of the other ones have unlimited miles too, or whatever. But yeah, if you stay in state, you get unlimited miles. And if you watch my other video, I talk about how you can lease cars from the car rental places without having a major credit card. And another thing too is, I know 2 or 3 of the major car rental companies, including Enterprise, they offer certain business programs. So there's forms you can fill out from their website, and I think for Hertz, for you to get what's called, I don't know, some kind of reward points or be a part of Hertz program thing, or I don't know, to get discounts up to 20% off, you have to have 3 credit cards, actual credit cards on file with them. But still, you're getting good, decent rates. And if you don't have credit, a credit card, they're still willing to work with you. Like I said, they don't want you to walk out that door and not rent from them. So that's why I say always go into their office. And then too, if you're like me, I get tired of the same vehicle over and over again. I don't know, it's just something about a new car smell, I guess, and not needing to hold your breath and hope that your radiator isn't going to overheat as you're driving down the street. So yeah, I have AAA from when I owned my car. I had AAA. What else? I have credit cards for auto repair, stuff that may come up. I did have an extended warranty for the car that I did own, and yeah, that came in handy and everything, but I still had to pay a deductible. So like I said, you have all these expenses with, when you buy a car, and more than likely, I believe every few years or so, when you have a car that you're buying or whatever, and you have monthly car payments, and then all of a sudden when you pay it off, you don't have those payments anymore. That usually seems to be the time when people want to trade their car in, and people are always trading their car in all the time. So which means another set of 5 years or whatever time frame of car payments. So essentially you're paying car payments constantly, as you would if you were leasing your car. So yeah, and here's the biggest thing. If you have credit issues and you want a brand new car at a decent price, like I said, don't go to the regular car dealerships to lease a vehicle. Go to the car rental places. They don't check your credit. Yeah. So therefore, you won't have that variable interest rate that they splash on you according to your credit score. So yeah, I mean, this is a economical way to lease a vehicle and have unlimited miles if you stay in state. Now, if you decide you want to travel out of state, I know Enterprise gives you, during the time frame that you're renting the car, 150 free miles, and I don't know, I don't know how many cents they're after, but I don't even know if they know for sure that you even go out of state, honestly. A few years ago, now this may have been before they put GPS or tracking devices in the cars. I don't know. I used to just rent cars and just go wherever. You know, I'd tell them, yeah, I'm going to Florida, blah blah blah, I'm gonna stay here, and just be going wherever, and never had any problems. So I don't know. Maybe that has changed. Maybe it hasn't. But I don't travel out of state much. But yeah. So I hope this information helps. And yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. Unlimited miles if you stay in state, so you can travel still. You have any issues, you know, if the car breaks down or whatever, you don't have to go through your own car insurance company if you know, already have your own car insurance company. And yeah, I guess I should bring up one key point. When I said that I faxed my insurance information to them, that wasn't something that they requested. I didn't need to do that. I just wanted to put their mind at ease, which may or may not have helped them, I guess, be comfortable with kind of just waiving the extra insurance, because I think that's like $9.99 per day that they could have added. But since I just went on ahead and just did that gesture, they easily, you know, wiped it off or whatever. So yeah, that was something good too. I'm just trying to remember all the points I wanted to tell you guys. And the whole thing, you may be laughing about when I asked them if they accept Sam's Club discount membership or whatever. You may be laughing, but I do have a Sam's Club business membership account, and they do have a deal with Hertz where you type in a CDP code, and you can get discounts with Sam's Club, and as well as AAA. Now Enterprise, they don't have a AAA discount, but I was still, like I said, going through the list of everything. Hertz does have a AAA discount if you're a member of AAA. But the thing is, I keep mentioning Enterprise because as many times as I've visited Hertz website, now I didn't walk into Hertz, so maybe if I walk into Hertz, their prices will be a little bit more comparable with Enterprise. But as far as me going online with Hertz and typing in my CDP code and for my AAA membership and this, that, the other, their rate still wasn't as good as Enterprise. So like I said, just do your research online, and if you're one that is tired of making payments on a car that you bought, and you know it's discouraging when your car breaks down, but you still have to make the monthly payment as well as take care of the expenses. It's discouraging to have a car sitting in your lot or in your driveway that you can't drive but you still got to pay for. So that's one good thing with leasing. Anything goes wrong, call them up, they fix it, at no extra cost to you. Okay, so I hope this information helps, and bye.